Today, I'm going to show you how to create magic with your very own hands. Be sure to wash them, you ninnies, and know where they've been. There will be no wand waving or small elves to help you. I'm going to teach you to manifest your abilities in the art of cooking.
Action!
You know, I feel like this group has been done to death, but, you know. Also, it occurs to me, if the entire crew is doing these interviews, who's filming it? You know, who are you people?
Just do your thing, baby.
What do you think of deviled eggs?
I think they're weird, and I don't like them.
What do you think about deviled eggs?
Well, if it comes from an evil chicken, I'll try one.
Very well.
What do you think of deviled eggs?
You don't understand.
I love deviled eggs.
It's now time to open your minds and begin today's lesson. Today I will be showing you how to make the enticing and, some might say, habit-forming dish that will bring horror and delight to your party attendants, even if those attendants are ghosts, since they are stuck with you in your house and cannot leave. The dish I will be teaching you today is called the Imps' Eye Deviled Eggs. The non-magical would call them spicy deviled eggs with food coloring adornment that makes them look eyeball-ish. A touch spicier than your normal deviled eggs and a bit more decorative. Bring these to your next family gathering and show your Aunt Barbara, who is the superior chef and the superior person. Aunt Barbara is the harbinger of doom and the true pestilence on the family. If you do not have an Aunt Barbara in your family, you might be Aunt Barbara. You can, in fact, make this recipe without the decorative part. If you want to be like that, it's up to you. The difficulty rating for this recipe is goldfish because of the clever use of knives. It takes time to prepare this dish, and it is variable. I would say 30 to 40 minutes to make the dish entirely, but then factor in the time for cooling and de-shelling, depending on how many you make. And for the food to cook, never mind, just watch the episode and make your own adjustments accordingly. It takes about as long as it takes. Here are the list of ingredients. Never mind, I don't care anymore. Now, to begin this recipe, you'll need between 6 and 12 eggs. If you are doing 12 eggs, you will need to double the recipe that I'm about ready to give you. I am going to use 6. When you have your water boiling, which will be an inch above your eggs, remember not to crowd your eggs too much or they will crack. Place some baking soda inside the water. That will help it to keep from cracking. Now gently place your eggs into the boiling water. Gently. And when you have done that, cover and take off the heat and cook for 13 minutes. Or not, and don't do it right. Now, while your eggs were boiling, you should have started and prepared an ice bath for them. At this point, you're going to take your hard-boiled eggs and immediately dip them into the ice bath to stop the cooling. Or stop them cooking, I should say, and start them cooling. You know what I mean. And you let them sit in there like that until they have chilled completely. Now, with your eggs thoroughly chilled, it is time to start the crackening. You're going to take a wooden spoon and tap all the way around the egg. Now I know it may be tempting to get out your pent-up little regressions out on the egg, but you must understand you cannot hit it too hard, and yet not too lightly either. Good whacking all the way around. Like so. Now, once you're done with the crackening, it is time to bathe your eggs. I choose to use black food coloring, although some will say that you can use natural berry juice. I find it does not dye them as well. It takes longer and it's not as vibrant. I believe black is vibrant, just like me. Now, in this bag I placed 6 drops of black food coloring, and as you see, there's probably half the bag filled with water. If you're using 12, you'll want to split it up into 2 bags, 12 eggs that is, and then dye those that way. Want to place these in your ice box to chill for at least 12 hours. Now, once your eggs have chilled for 12 hours, you may now take them out and begin the peeling process. Gently peel them. As you'll see the magic happening. Look at that. I'm taking my time with this so that you see how amazing these look. It's like a little holiday present. If you do the crackening correctly. So now we're at the part where you cut them in half. You're going to use a wet knife to keep them from sticking while you're slicing and ruining your egg whites and your egg yolks.
Cut.
Now what?
Aren't you gonna say like a yolk pun?
Pardon?
Yeah, a yolk pun, it'd be funny.
Like what?
Well, like, oh, this is gonna turn out great, and that's no yolk. You know? Or, oh, this is gonna be excellent. Or even, well, this shouldn't be too hard, even for you scrambled brains.
Mash your yolks with a fork, and once your yolks are mashed, you add all the rest of the ingredients except for the paprika and the sliced olives. That includes the red food coloring. Now, let me take a moment to discuss with you about the nature of deviled eggs. They are oft misunderstood and are a delicacy that is overlooked. Many have a recipe for deviled eggs and many fall short. If you do not like deviled eggs, then there is quite a possibility that there is something wrong with the chef or with you. There is a delicate balance between the overwhelming and the uninteresting that must be observed. The true magic that is created lies with the taste of the person making it. All of this is to say that the proportions given may not be to your taste. You may play with the portions and ingredients of the filling on your own. Remember, however, that there is a consistency that must be upheld. It can be either too thick, too dry, or too watery. Modifying ingredients can bring you fame and glory, the likes of which you could never dream of. Or it could make you a social pariah and destroy everything you hold dear. Now you scoop the contents into a decorative bag. I should say decorating bag. I don't know how decorative it is. Like so. You can use a fancy tip, but because this is Halloween themed, you don't have to. Go down as far as you can. Move it like that. Cut the tip. Lime. And start putting it in your eggs like so. Now add olives for the eyeballs. And finally a pinch of paprika to give them that truly impish eye. And there you have it, a dish that will be the object of nightmares for how astoundingly delicious and clever it is. The Imps' eye deviled eggs will make Aunt Barbara cry with envy and maybe even bring those ghostly friends of yours back to life. Miracles can happen. So what did we learn today? We learned that when given a preparation time and a recipe, sometimes there are other factors that need to be looked at. We read, watch the whole thing, make the time considerations accordingly. We learned that Doug and Aunt Barbara share the same place in the netherworld, a punny little cell all to their own. And lastly, we also learned that the kitchen is not a scary place.
So, what's got you in such a fowler mood?
Tired of that briar toad ruining my life. I want my own life back. I was a respected wizard. On both sides of a major conflict, I was in charge of a magical house. That Lander Snatch is leading me on for what I want. I want my magic back.
Look, I don't know what a bland snatch is. But I do know Doug for a long time now, and he's not gonna give you what you want until it's what he wants to.
I want my magic back.
Okay, well, magic, schmagic, that's not gonna happen. For now. So, let's do something subversive. Let's do something that shows that you have your own voice. Can you operate a camera and run sound?
Yeah, sure.
Then I'll direct it.
Wait, is this like in those 80s movies where everybody gets together to save the community center by putting on a show and raising up money, but instead of that, we're just helping one wizard be happy by pissing off another guy who's putting this whole show on together in the first place?
Yeah, that's about it.
I can hear both of you.
Come on, what do you have to do tonight?
I had plans.
No, you don't.
Could have had plans. I'll be there.
Okay. Great. I'm liking this plan.
That concludes today's lesson. Once again, your mediocre lives, go do something. Before you do that, however, I would... Seriously. Did they not learn to like it before? Fine. Also with the thumb. The thumb thing. Fine. Do that thing with your thumbs and hit the like button. As a matter of fact, why don't you practice hitting the like button by hitting yourself first? Sounds like a fair game. As I was saying, like my Uncle Bernard used to say, never mess with a chupacabra. It would suck. You're the goat, by the way.